If I wanted to get in here, what would that take?
An old door, worn by elements, guards the depot. The wind has blown a sand dune in front of it.
Yeah, there's no way I can get in there. Okay, so... Church... You're damn right I'm gonna loot all this. That's a lot of loot. I'm rich! Kind of. Alright, let's get to the other side. Anything over here? Oh! Hey, hi?
A shaggy-looking girl, in her late teens or early 20s, kneels on the ice with an electronic contraption in her hand.
Oh, hello there.
It's cold out here, but she's not wearing a hat. She must be freezing. Everyone knows drugs make you invulnerable to cold. You bet this one likes to pop.
Huh?
Maybe she didn't hear you. A little louder.
I said you should have a hat.
So should you.
I do.
Oh, I didn't notice that. Sorry, man. My mind was elsewhere.
What's your
Shoot.
name?
Estelle.
Her hair is dyed blonde, with dark roots showing. There's a coarseness to her features, some masculinity below that timidness.
Why? Okay, it's Berger.
A very common name. You have little reason to doubt that's her real name. But she's not all that surprised by this cop show questioning, is she?
What's that device you got there?
This is a portable recording device. It's for field recording. Low quality, but still. Actually, just one wire. I picked on it till the braiding came loose. The wire leads to a contact microphone. A contact mic records sounds from inside things, like this ice.
Your mangled brain would like you to know there is a boxer called Contact Mike. No, you're welcome.
Yeah, I record stuff with it. No. This is a contact microphone. It's for recording inside solid objects. Contact mic just beats people up.
That's not fair. And an understatement.
Same place I got the recorder from. The Palaceum. Oh man. You haven't been to the Palaceum? It's the coolest place in this whole drug-addled shithole. It's a music club and a synthesizer workshop on Boogie Street in Jamrock. Musicians live there, like real musicians. I once saw Arno van Eyck.
Thinking about it really cheers her up. It's a long way from here, though.
Oh yeah. Guess you wouldn't know Van Eyck. Or really be a Palaceum going kind of person. I don't know what that means either. That's cool. Sure. The mic? I don't exactly know. Somehow it doesn't pick up vibrations from the air. The book said it only picks up structure-borne sound, if you like technobabble. Okay. Recording, I guess. I think I'm recording cracks in the ice, but there's no way to tell. Not without headphones. I think I just recorded your footsteps too. Not sure how that will sound. My boyfriend sold them. I don't know, man. Things. Just stuff you need for life.
A lie. They were probably pawned off for something suspicious.
So what are the recordings for?
The musicians in the Palaceum used them for making music. They looped the stuff, cutting the tapes together. They make music out of cracks in the ice and keys jangling. Crazy sounds like that. It's hard to explain. Anyway, I thought I'd make some too. It's supposed to be, like, a music place anyway. I don't really know what I'm doing. They use synthesizers too. I don't have a synthesizer.
She looks at the recording device, the thing she thought would fill her hours with joy and escape. It's turning out to be an empty fantasy. She feels childish, very useless all of a sudden. The sharp drop in endorphins is almost visible, like a warm blanket has fallen off her shoulders. The wave of chill, the quivering jaw, indications of a drug high.
Take this, your call.
No, man, fuck that, I'm cool. I'm sorry I said that. I'm sorry about the fuck.
It's okay.
Here.
Thanks.
So you say this is supposed to be a music place? What is?
That? The boys think it could be a place, like the Palaceum or something. Stupid. It's really not gonna be a Palaceum, that's for sure.
Boys?
Yeah. Andre and the guys, they're inside, in the tent.
And why is that?
Why are you freezing out here while the boys are inside?
They got too much stuff crammed in there. No room. Music stuff, mostly. Like this tape recorder, but bigger. Yep, they were pretty. I'm sorry we sold those.
Why don't you just leave some of it outside so you don't freeze?
That stuff is more expensive than I am. More expensive than any of us, really. Doesn't matter. I can take the cold. Go ahead. It's supposed to become, like, a club for anodic dance music, like that new style of synthesizer stuff they play at the Palaceum. Except that, yeah,
So you want to turn the church into a club?
I know. It's not my idea. Andre and the boys found the place. It was supposed to be deserted, but now they can't even take it. Hey, you two are cops. Okay, well, maybe you could talk to Andre and the guys, because there are some strange things going on in that church. If you're police, you should look into it, right? They're inside that thing there. Would be cool if you did. Was there, you know, anodic, cathodic, music that's made with electronic instruments? What do you need to know? No. Not really.
She's trying to get out of a direct lie with semantic tricks.
Okay.
She personally didn't put the padlock on the door.
So if you personally didn't do it, who did?
Yeah, you know. That's what I meant. Noid did. Noid put the padlock on the door. Yeah, I guess you could say that.
Why did he put the padlock on the door?
To keep more weirdos from getting in. Fucking Martinez. I'm sorry. It's got the worst weirdos. If you get around to it, ask Andre about them, he'll tell ya. Go ahead. Well, it's just questioning, right? You're just questioning me. It's what cops do.
Fast and clean, a good one. Can't quite say it's a lie, but it feels like one.
Go ahead.
The device is still warm from her touch and heavy as a brick from the batteries inside. The company logo, Omicron, adorns its yellow plastic cover. Inside, the tape is rolling. The girl looks at the device in your hands. Nothing to emote over. You put the device back on the ice.
Okay. Bye.
A pane of Eternite has been planted into the snow. 2 poles are holding it up. Barely holding it up. It could fall over any minute. A stronger gust of wind might be enough.
It looks like a makeshift bridge. Could be convenient.
The pane falls into the icy snow with a soft thunk.
let's talk to these boys who leave a girl outside of a tent.
The tent is just...
Come on, get in and close the flap behind you. The warm stuff's getting out.
It's safe to assume that
Sorry, we barely have room for one.
You go ahead.
I'm actually not, he thinks.
I'm sure you will feel right at home. I'll keep watch.
A young man with peroxide blonde hair holds up a Harman Welshi tape player, nodding along to the music. He looks at you with a knowing smile and says, as though you're supposed to be sharing some tremendous evangelical secret,
Hardcore! It's hardcore! Skibbity, skibberdanger. I am the rearranger.
your cop training did not prepare you for this. What to do? Could there have been a right way out of this garden of forking paths, you think? You see a youngish man bleaching the tips of his hair with a toothbrush. He puts the toothbrush down and extends his hand in greeting.
Hello, I'm Andre. It's a pleasure to meet you.
His grip is strong, sweaty, and warm. He's trying to project and inspire confidence.
This is my posse, Noid.
The young man with earrings looks at you suspiciously.
And Egghead. Egg! Together with a Settle Burger, who's out there right now, doing some seriously progressive sonic experimentation, we like to think of ourselves as music venue organisers.
How many music venues have you organized?
We have many in the pipeline, officer.
That means they haven't set up a single one yet.
Why are you here?
You see, we've been all over Jamrock North, prospecting for real estate to establish a new venue in.
Also for talent.
Yeah, thank you, Egghead. And while there is no shortage of raw, unfettered talent spinning tapes in Jamrock, we've had rotten luck with the real estate part.
Place is a shithole.
I apologise for my friend Noid's potty mouth. I realise this is not how you speak to a police officer. He has authority issues.
No, dude, this place is pretty bad.
Which brings me to the problem of occupied ecclesiastical property. I bet you've noticed the derelict hive of narcomania on the coast. I'm talking about a church, and I'm not exaggerating. Even a place of spiritual refuge can become a magnet for all sorts of dopeheads and burnouts if left unattended.
Dopeheads. Burnouts.
Well, I'm sad to say, that's exactly what happened. Sad because we were just about to put Martinez on the map with one of the maddest dance clubs in Jamrock. Nah, strike that. In Revachol.
Strike that. The word.
These guys are on drugs.
And sadder yet, because the dopeheads and burnouts hold up in there are the worst kind.
He leans back a little, watching you with a steady, serious gaze, letting you imagine just how bad those dopeheads and burners really are. Good. This calls for an opinion. You're an expert in those.
The spooky kind.
What do you mean by spooky?
I was hoping you would be the judge of that, officer. All I can say is, their spookiness is the kind that keeps us from restoring this church into a community centre and a place of spiritual refuge.
Also, they don't eat or clean the building. Shit's gonna collapse. People just wanna spin tapes without them spooking it up. Place has bad signs. No one can dance like that.
Thank you, Egghead. So you're gonna look into it, right? It should be a police matter. Getting them out. Whatever spooky stuff they're doing, I'm sure it's not what the Ecclesiastes meant their property for.
I'll look into it.
All right, man.
Andre's obviously very happy you took him seriously. The whole tent is. The boys exchanged giddy looks.
Estelle told me Noid put the padlock on. Why?
Oh, so you met her. Good, good.
He's not as glad as he would like you to think. There's concern in his voice.
I did ask Noid to install a measure against more drifters wandering in. It's a temporary fix, just something to contain the situation.
I had to do it in an hurry. Not my best work.
How long have those?
Should hold for a while.
How long has those people been in there?
Not long. Like a week, maybe?
A week? Are you sure they haven't starved to death?
I'm super sure they're alive. I mean, come on. I'm at least 90%. Maybe 85%
You just admitted to me you might have murdered somebody.
Somewhere in the ruinous past that led you here, there was something called exams. You may have learned the term involuntary manslaughter there.
Andre, do you know what involuntary manslaughter means?
Yes, I do. I listen to Channel 8 all the time. I know about crime stuff, and I assure you, officer, this is not what's happening here. I'm at least 80% sure they're alive. I mean, come on. Most people aren't ever that alive in their entire lives.
What does that even fucking mean?
I don't know. What does anything mean, really?
Oh, yeah.
I knew you'd get it. You're
Now.
one smart cop.
The padlock.
He nods attentively,
I
ready
need the
to answer the
key.
question.
Of course. Noid, give the officer the key.
All right.
It's as if time had blam.
Ow.
stabbing.
Ow!
Tears stream uncontrollably from your right.
Man, I'm super sorry. That was totally my bad.
He looks like he's genuinely sorry. He didn't throw them better.
I really am sorry, man.
Well, looks like there's quite a lot there.
The key?
He is shifting in his spot, uncomfortably.
We were talking about... Sure, man. Tell us what you want to know. Let's
Who
do it.
exactly are those people inside?
Truth is, I don't really know. None of us do. I don't even know how many there are. All we've seen are glimpses.
You haven't seen them and you want me to be involved.
Well, there's also the machinery.
The machinery?
This machine is of the deeply mystical variety.
When I first scouted the place, back in February, it was abandoned, empty. Took some time getting the crew together. So about 2 weeks ago, we came here hoping to set the stuff up. Suddenly, there are all these strange machines lying around in there.
One of them has wires running into bowls of water. Wires into water. Never seen anything like it.
Andre, tell him about the feeling.
Oh, and it felt like there was something in there with us, watching us from the dark.
Oh my god, these guys are high.
No, the other one.
Which other one? I'm not as in tune with my emotions as you are, Egg.
Felt like silence. Awful silence.
For this man, even regular silence is awful enough. But that was something great.
Have you actually seen anybody?
Not exactly. We've just seen someone who we think is a woman go in and out of the church. A couple of times. And we felt someone, or something, eyeing us inside.
What?
But that's kinda it.
What about the something?
Like, you aren't alone, you know?
It wasn't quite human, if you know what I mean.
Oh my god.
Not human, as in a ghost. Do you know what he means?
No, I don't know what he means.
It was this dark shape climbing upside down along the ceiling. Like some kind of crab man.
Oh my fucking god.
Yeah, you know, the way it was climbing up and around the ceiling. Like a crab.
These guys are... Ugh.
It was stalking a cell, exhibiting ambush behaviour.
Odd. Crabs are usually marine creatures and not known for climbing walls.
You sure it was a... Okay, great.
Crab man!
Yeah, totally. I mean, I didn't personally see it. Estelle was alone that time. But I believe her. If she comes out running and says there's a crab in there, there's a crab in there.
You should ask her about it, but be nice. Don't tell her you don't believe in the crab.
There probably is no crab man. Don't let them draw you in with this nonsense.
What about the machinery?
You should talk to Noid about that. I just got a distinct burnout and dopehead sign from them. Probably jacked up to some snuff station too. Probably, very likely.
And are you sure they're addicts?
Well, honestly, I can't. But I am.
This is a below feeble attempt at avoidance. Basically, he is attempting to weaponize idiocy.
Hey now, I'm 70% sure they're substance abusers. Don't let all that technology fool you. Where do you think the drugs come from?
It's the cryptozoologist. Oh fuck!
What? He's a quiet man, mostly communicates through music, and by being a master of ceremonies. You know, a host, a declaimer of slogans. He's a performer, gets the people going.
Interesting, sire. A bit like you, then. An MC for short.
Well, he's just kinda here. I don't really know how to communicate with him.
Have you ever talked to him?
Yeah, sometimes. When I stumble and find my way into his center, you have to hear a lot of hardcore to the mega first though.
The man smiles mysteriously.
Oh yeah, that's a meteor and name for the founding party.
If you don't know what the founding party is, there might...
Come to think of it, I've never really looked them up, you know. I can't give you a precise definition, but they're a very powerful religious organization, and they have roots in ancient mass society. And they're the custodians of the Pericarnassian church. Plus, they anoint the innocents. They, like, made the Innocentic system.
I don't think they'd like a dance club in your church.
You're totally wrong about that.
The Pericarnassian church is about love. And Nordic music is about love. I got love for my Pericarnassian posse. Love is the relay out of death. We dance. Love is hardcore.
Unity.
Unity!
Make some noise for my Insulindian posse.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
You feel it. The anodes and the cathodes coursing through you. Your big toe starts tapping along to the base.
Your posse's like your people, man. Like you got your cup posse. You look out for each other and you party together. That's a posse.
And where is your posse, detective? Nothing comes to you. The world is silent.
Oh yeah.
He's coming around. You're getting it.
Can we...
Yeah.
He seems ecstatic that you share his vision of Pericarnassianism.
Do it for the masses. Do it for the crew.
I didn't want to say it, but it was pretty lame of you to imply otherwise. Anyway, you got...
The one with the laugh. You feel like you could go for a little disco.
Yes. What? Yeah, good to have, bitch to carry. When I first scattered the place, I did some reconnaissance. I'm not sure the church even has running water. Oh,
Yeah, it's distilled water. You don't want that.
it's the one they sell at the fuel station.
It's like he's lying to you, my liege. But he's slippery enough that there's nothing for you to grab hold of.
The what now? Oh, the old Ultra.
He's like an actor, looking to the souffleur for his line.
I have a major sinus infection, stuffy nose. We all do. Shit's all blasted up. Winter, can't even breathe. Yes, that's all Nosefed's doing. Without the noser, I'd be drowning in shit right now.
Nosefed is the shit.
Sure. Here you go, officer. The noser. It does, doesn't it?
Told you we have a smell problem.
He sniffs the air, then shrugs. It doesn't take a forensic scientist to guess it's drug-related. They look and act like the kind of guys who've done their fair share. Unlike the girl outside, however, the boy's breathing is regular. Their jaws stay put and their pupils aren't dilated, so they're not under the influence currently. At least, not under the influence. He nods enthusiastically, no doubt a little relieved.
As always,
Honorable one, you have accumulated a substantial amount of honor points on your life. Oh, you are on the fast track to becoming one of the rarest, most revered of all police officers. Yes, even among the honor comes from you need to bring the thumb of your right hand, your sword hand, to your rectum and stick it in there to form. Congratulations. Go forth. It is an honor to...
So you had a talk with Andre, and now it's good you talked to Andre first. Gave me time to get a reading on your sign. Can't really talk to people before you get a reading.
Why are you called Noi?
The hardcore aesthetic is esoteric. It's not meant to be discussed with the law at this moment.
It's not easy to reach a harmonic resonance of signs without some adjustment.
Yes, further sign matching would do good for us. One way to achieve this would be by getting us into the church. A sticker? You mean the yellow one? Can you describe it to me?
Interesting. He wants you to...
Good. What did you want to know? Simplicity was brought to us by a classical soul artist modern. Well, the sticker, the clothes, not alone. Many people have... Yes, you're the 23rd person to get it right. And I've asked 23 people. Looks like it's a dead guy. He defeated this present mo, or maybe he's not dead. It should be sold. But no, I guess one could write. Yeah, I suck at socialite. Nah, you heard me. Weird stuff. Wires going into water. Nothing's.
The sickest.
Most of it does sonic power.
All right, it's the cryptozoologists. We fucking have to get them out.
Let's go.
As you do, you hit a great whoosh of air in the heart.
I really think it's
The
just
silence in this part of the church, it's almost palpable. Maybe if you were to stand in just the right spot, even your footsteps would be completely silent. And then it's gone. Almost all of it. But for the faintest of hums, you can hardly hear your own breathing. Your voice is barely audible. Not you produce a few muffled. The lieutenant points to his ear.
Can you hear anything? The church just has strange acoustics, some engineering trick.
His detached tone conceals how uncomfortable he is. The lieutenant doesn't reply. The orderly rows of ceiling panels become barely visible.
what's happening.
It's like there's something moving up there. A shadow has emerged from the tower and it's making its way toward you through all the other shadows. It's not a shadow anymore, becoming more substantial as it gets closer. The shape of an animal descends.
Officer, is there something up there?
Oh no, you've lost sight of it. Yes, the darkness. You see something hanging from the rafters, looking straight at you.
That's a
with
person.
dark eyes. Maybe it's possible to talk to it.
Wait. I should get my flashlight. Hey!
The shadow is a man. A man made of the same stuff as the carpentry of the building. He is studying you intently.
Hello?
The crab man. The man leaned forward a little, fixing you with a steady, unreadable gaze, then speaks.
Habitual alcohol use has made you into a scared little pussy, Holmes. But don't worry, everything's gonna be alright. You come to the right place.
That accent is Villalobos, a peninsula in Mesk and a district in Jamro. There's a sizable contingent of Villalobos-speaking Mesks in Rivershow.
What are you doing here?
I'm here to receive the mother's love. You can too, Holmes. And when you ready, she will take your hand and lift you out of that despair at the bottom of that bottle.
This man is obviously a habitual narcotics user. Do we really need to question him?
I'm put off by this religious stuff, he thinks. And maybe the ceiling climbing, too. It's all very hard to square with the lieutenant's own view of reality. Hey, and what was that about the bottle again? You haven't even drank that much lately. Lay off it already.
Yeah,
Sheesh.
I've got a bit of a problem.
Está crudo, way. I see deep inside you. Your body and your spirit are suffering greatly from overindulgence. And you don't even know it.
Oh, I'm very in touch with my suffering.
Not all of it. I was like you once. You don't know all the havoc El Vino is wrecking on your mind and your spirit. Necesita parar, homie.
You know, actually, since we're here, you may want to pay attention to what the ceiling climber is saying.
For some reason, I feel like you have a point.
Don't trust me. Trust the mother. I'm only the messenger, Holmes. This is the Church of the Mother of Silence. You are welcome here.
You have no idea what the fuck he's talking about. Is he just trying to throw you off your game? Whatever it is, he's quite confident about it. Just look how gracefully he sways. 'Tis not an act, my liege. saving perchance he hath deceived his very self. This man is a zealot.
What's with the machines?
Other spooker? Oh, esa viejita es muy estudiosa.
Viejita is grandma?
Wait, their grandma?
No, I just call her viejita because of her clothes. She's actually quite young. Or maybe not that young. Age is just one of the many masks we wear.
Where is she?
That's what I said, Holmes.
How can you not know where you both live here?
Don't really follow her comings and goings. Just see her typing on her computer now and then. We got different interests.
Who is she?
I'm afraid not, Ese. You just have to wait until she comes back, or
Search through her radio computer.
Some ravers want to turn this place into a nightclub.
the ones in the tent outside, right? I see them. Think they scared of me.
Do they have any reason to be scared?
Nah, man. They look pretty funny. And I don't harm no one anymore. Anyway.
What do you think of the nightclub idea?
Why not? They wouldn't bother me none. I'm usually way up there, imbibing. Ain't no music on earth that can reach where I go. Might even be nice to have some company.
He said that in spite of himself. He's more attached to the human than he'd like to think.
So you must be the crab man.
Never known myself to be a crab. But if that's the name you got for me, I won't stop you from using it.
It's your neighbors who came up with the name, not me.
I always thought of myself more like a flame, flickering along the rafters and beams. It may be that I gotta work on my technique.
What were you before this?
I was in a gangway, but my memories of that time are fading. Most of them are already gone.
I lost my memory too. I like it though. Gotta create a whole new me from scratch.
That's not really the point, I said. You gotta give yourself over to service. Service of the mother, that is.
Do you remember your name, sir?
The lieutenant is not particularly interested in this information. He's just trying to assert some control over the conversation.
Tiago's my name, but those syllables don't mean much to me these days. A name isn't just your identity, but also, so to speak, your place amongst your fellows, your place in the world. I ain't got no use for such a place anymore. That's just the thing, Holmes. None of that matters.
What are you doing here?
This is a special place. There's a perforation in the world up there, a way out into nothingness. This church was built around it for purposes of veneration. I circled it, nurtured by the silence bestowed by the mother. One of these days, I'll be pure enough to go drink from it directly.
So who's the mother of silence?
Oh, that's no simple question, I said. She is one who can be painted or sculpted. She is a cavity in the dark, beyond sense. She saved me, but I couldn't describe her to you. No one can, Holmes, and no one ever will.
So what happens when you drink from periphery?
I will be incinerated, but not destroyed. Finally, I won with the state of the world before reality began.
That sounds a bit like substitution behavior, no? You know a thing or two about that.
I still don't understand what you're doing in the church.
I'm a seraph, Holmes. I sing the mother's glory.
Singing's good. I'm a bit of singer myself.
I don't mean literal singing, Holmes. This is the mother of silence we're talking about. It's the singing of a burning heart. You may be thinking, but fire crackles. No, Holmes. That's the material that's burning. The flames themselves are without sound.
How did you find this place?
Hard to say. I think I did some construction work here, back when I still had material worries. Up there, I realized what the true purpose of the church was. Been spending a lot of time here ever since. The past is nothing to me now, eh? It's not like that at all, man. It's just faith and joyful service.
Too gleeful, those words. He is lying.
I heard that before, Way, and I know I can't convince you on the spot. But think, when's the last time you woke up from silent communion with a hangover, regretting what you did last night?
There are drugs darker than alcohol circling your system.
She took you for a good spin, huh? Don't worry, bro. That love is but a drop compared to the ocean of the mother's love. The mother will eat all of you and never spit you out. No worries, man.
The sinewy figure lingers on the wooden beams,
How long have you...
blending into the shadows.
Do you know why the church was abandoned?
Police raid a while back.
Did you witness it?
Not really. Or at least I don't remember much of it anymore. The mother's love has done its job. That's what's so great about the mother. It lets you forget about everything.
New shoes. Perception's off the roof, though. This is a weird place. This has taken a
A
turn.
machine stand.
Another radio computer. And this time,
These machines,
we should leave. I doubt this place bears any connection to the case. It's also quite similar to the one we have down at the station.
a quaint little box of you see fluorescent plate. The lieutenant says nothing. Behind the hatch sits another filament memory. Nothing happens. The speaker
Good evening. Votre accident en Saint-Brune?
It's the same old woman you spoke with through the radio computer in the doomed.
Good. Please
Let's look around. Maybe he knows something.
received. Votre accident. Sleep
The machine's keyboard. In white silver. This is her innocence, Dolores Day. Cradled in her arms are a pair of glowing lungs, clearly visible. Cold wind seeps in, as if under a microscope. The woman looks down at you, standing there. She towers. She acknowledges you. As that soft word passes through your mind, your fingertips touch your chest 4 times as you stand. It's a mystery. All you know is, this is the shards glimmer in the dark. You see little pearls of light in the air.
The old woman in the village was right. This must be the DeLorean Church of Humanity in Martinez, or the small Pinewood Church in some records. It's a minor landmark, not easy to find. Most maps misplace it. It was built not long after Ravachol's founding, 300 or so years ago, by first-generation settlers.
On the coast of an uninhabited archipelago where only animals had roamed before.
There used to be 7 stave churches on the coast. Les Setsa, they call them. The 7 Sisters. Only one remains. The rest were burnt in the revolution or used for building materials. We should be respectful here, although the building appears to be deserted. I do not believe we'll find anything connected to the lynching here. Something else, perhaps?
Respectful? Is the lieutenant a follower of DeLoreanism? A pang of guilt? The lieutenant is leaving something out.
Do you know why it was abandoned?
I have a theory, yes. There was a police raid a while back. I heard the place was shot to pieces. The old woman in the village was being tactful with us when she didn't mention it. She has more respect for the RCM than many around here.
Who conducted the raid?
Well, your station was involved, I hear. Although I can't be sure.
How come the lieutenant isn't sure?
3 precincts were involved in the raid, and people say Precinct 41 was one of them. I am pretty sure it was a clandestine operation. I don't know anything more about it, why it was conducted, or who participated. I try not to pry into extra-district matters.
I'm gonna find out what happens.
Good luck. You will not get information on a confidential operation from your station secretary just by calling. If you really don't remember, it might be better to keep this one forgotten. It happened a while ago. It's unimportant to our business in Martinez now.
Visual calculus. Are you a follower of Doraniism?
Yes, we all are. Her name, body, and rule are synonymous with humanism. The laws we enforce are Delorian in origin.
The woman looks by in silence, smiling enigmatically.
I didn't think you were spiritual.
It's not spiritual, it's constitutional.
Okay. Visual calculus? I do have good intellect. Oh, I don't have any more points. Great. Alright, guess I'm... Guess that wasn't the cryptozoologist. Alright.
Hi again. So, how are things going?
I checked out the church.
And? What happened?
I actually talked to the crab man.
Oh man! Who is he? What did you think?
He gave me an odd lecture on alcoholism before rambling on about the mother's love.
Really? Huh. Interesting. What's he doing in the church?
Preaching and praying, from the looks of it.
No matter. Is he gonna be a problem?
Yeah, Noid is right. Let's get back to the point. What are we gonna do about him?
These guys will never catch him. You will never catch him. There's nothing to do.
He keeps himself. Yeah, he actually told me he wouldn't mind a nightclub at all.
I don't know, man. Doesn't it feel like a major hindrance to you? A spooky guy climbing around when all the guests are trying to have nice, friendly hyper time?
Don't worry. I don't really think he gives a damn about you or anyone else.
I guess it's not a massive problem, now that I think of it. Everyone is welcome to dance till the morning light! Yeah!
Maybe. I guess we'll figure something out. Okay, but what about the other spooker? The one in Grandma's clothes?
I haven't
Did you
seen
see
the other
her?
spooker, just some machines.
But she's in there somewhere. Has to be. Have you tried investigating the machines? Anyway, do let us know if you see her. As always, we'll...
The shaggy-haired girl.
So you talked to my associates, right? Are you going to help us?
Yeah, I'll help.
Great. Let us know if there's any progress, will ya? We've been waiting for weeks here.
What did you see inside the church?
Oh, that. You're not going to believe me. There's no...
She's less prone to blurt it out, crab man, than the others.
Okay. I went in and I saw a woman next to one of those machines there. Noid calls it a mainframe. She was dressed like someone who's been raised by their grandmother, you know, strange old clothes. Had this absent expression, didn't say anything, just stood still. And then, you know, right behind her, a man crawled down the wall. Upside down like a crab, down the church wall. I think the woman didn't even know he was there. He was completely silent. He stopped right before he got to the floor, then just hung there like that, looking at me. Right at me. I fucking turned around and walked out. End of story.
Like a crab, you say?
I saw him.
You saw him? Does it mean that you went in there? Did you see the other spooker, the
No.
one in Grandma's clothes?
Just a crab man.
That's odd. You should search her machine. Maybe it says where she went. My associates? I haven't got much to say about them. Of course I do. I just don't tell people about my friends and who they are and so on. I don't provide information on them.
To the cops.
Me? I'm a silver bird. Don't know what makes you think it'll be any different.
Still haven't found this motherfucker.
The mother of humanism. The machine's keyboard, the speaker.
Good evening. Votre accident en brune. This is good, thank you. Good.
Let's look around. Maybe he knows something.
No.
A hint system is not part of the...
Received. Votre accident. Is there anything else I can do for you? I have 2 machines, Regis.
Saint-Brune. That's the church.
Anything else? Sleep.
The machine's keyboard.
Alright. I'm tired. I'm gonna leave this for another day.